All right, guys. So we're at the rental, and this one's actually got a garage door. This one's a new one under contract. So I figured, what the heck, right? Let's go along, take a look, see what we got. Like I said, it'll be new to me, new to you, and we'll take a peek. It's going to be interesting. It's got low headroom track, I can tell, but I wanted to at least take a look before, because I think I might have to bring some parts. We're going to see. All right, let's see what we got here. I see a beautiful Liftmaster. A little bit cheaper though, right? 3rd horsepower. We knew it might be an issue for power in here. That's cool though. Look at that little piece there to keep it from bouncing. That piece of angle. Ha! That's interesting. That's interesting. I have no clue why they did what they did here. Something's going goofy. It's nice to see low headroom track, and it cleared the door, so that's all good. You can tell it's been open for a while. Look at the rust. Look at everything's got cobwebs on it. Struts look good. It could have used one more, but that's not the end of the world. I mean, we got struts in the bottom, struts in the middle. We got strut at the top, which has probably really helped this thing on the torquing side of it. Ooh, I do see a problem. Oh no. Oh no. It's an Amarr. Some of you guys might have never seen the Amarr hinges. It's been a while. They had these weird, goofy gizmos. I don't know if that's gonna be, that's why that's a bad design. That is why that is a bad design. We're gonna do everything we can to try to fix that, because but what a bad design. I don't know what the point. I guess because they're pinch resistant, but yeah. Bad design, bad Amarr. You guys let me know in the comments. I believe they got rid of this. They don't do this anymore for the Amarrs. Correct me if I'm wrong. I did not ever like this design. It looks like for some reason the door is kind of wide. Cable's off. Cable's running right there. There it is at the end. So, I mean, it looks like it should be salvageable. Looks like our springs might be dumped. Our cables are off. So, I mean, it looks like it, but you know, we'll see what we can do. We can see what we do. I mean, it's nice. It really is a bummer about those hinges on the Amarr. And then, but man, look at that, huh? Look at that beaut. I bet she's still holding limit strong with the old mechanical limits. Let's see if we can find a date on this one. What the heck? Another 05? Yeah, that's another 05 it says on there. Huh. Got the red button. 4 settings are cranked up. Install looks pretty good for whoever did it. Wires look clean. It's just always curious. Huh. Feels like one of the guys or anything, but oof, cobwebs are heavy in here. Just heavy. Got some tires. Oh, let's get rid of those. Well, that is close. That is close. Dang. That's a bummer though. See, if that was a standard hinge, that wouldn't be a problem. Bummer. All right, we'll see what we can do here. And they have like a screw. That was all I was holding this up. So that ain't quite the right. That tells me an amateur was in here playing with it. So probably explains why this thing was tipped out. The distance of these seems off. I'm not gonna lie. But like I said, we're playing detective right now. We're gonna have the door talk to us. We're being the door whisperer, man. If there's a will, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. Oh man. It needs to look like that, but it looks like this. Ugh. Darn you, Amarr. Oh, so I didn't realize. I got this beat back. I found a chunk of wood in here, so that worked out good. I got that kind of beat somewhat in submission. I'm gonna put a screw. I don't have my screws with me, so all I got is this. I found this around here, so I'm gonna pin that there, which should be in turn right there. Should be out of the way, but then I realized, oh man, the track's got a bow to it. Oh. Ay, caramba. That's okay. That's okay. So I think what I'm gonna do next is that track still needs to get bent, but why did this door fail? It is kind of a rough area. But I noticed the track over here, the bottom is on the ground, and I noticed this one's off the ground, probably about a 1/2 inch, 3/4. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a laser, I'm gonna shoot up a laser in here, and I'm gonna shoot for my tripod right about in this area, in this crease, so I can see, just to see what I'm working with here. You know what I mean? Because maybe the other installer, whoever originally installed this, didn't get the track quite right or something, and that's, you know, trust me, it could be something else too, but I gotta start somewhere. Got a tripod, got our laser, and away we go. Call me crazy, but this is why I really like the laser. You know, I mean, it just shoots right across. There's no guessing. I got it in the float mode, which is the off position, or on, unlocked, so it floats. So I tell you what, it looks crazy in here, especially looking at the door. You look at the section there, you look at the drop there, it's like, whoa, something's way off. But we're shooting, you know, right about where that track meets up. And it's not too bad. I mean, I think I'm gonna leave it. I think I could live with this, especially we're gonna see how it runs. It's definitely odd. That one says it wants to come down. And they raised it though. So, but obviously our door is whacked, man. Especially if you looked at this, if you look at that style there, we are sitting, we're hemorrhaging horribly. I mean, our concrete is not the best here. We got a huge heave right there. You know, it's seen better days. So I had to pick up tires today for winter coming up, winter tires. And so I yanked my ladder out, need a little room, right? So I got to use their ladder. That's here on site. It was up against the wall there. Leftovers, right? Probably get disposed of. But I've seen a lot of ladders, and I must say I don't think I've ever seen one like this. So this might be a Widowmaker. I hope it's not. Interesting. I guess, you know, it's up for purchase, right? $100. We hear 120, 120. Dang. So it worked out good. This one's a backwards, right? That's why you always gotta pay attention to which way that spring is pointing. You know, you gotta go with it. So this one's backwards. So that's my winding bar sitting up here. It's dark, I'm sorry. Kind of worked good with my oil. It just, boom, worked like that. I'll get the cable set and we'll kind of get this thing back to life a little bit. I think I'll check out this opener before I might head out, just because I got other appointments. We'll see to make sure it runs, because I don't think the power, might not be power out here. Something might be disconnected still. I'm not sure. So this is kind of one of those moments where you got to take your time, right? So I'm playing detective. I'm not dumping my drums. And this side's tight. So this side's tight, and this side's loose as a goose. So my first reaction was like, oh, that's the reason it failed, because it's loose. But then if you look, like I said, if you look at the door with the laser on it, this side, so that side needs to be tighter. It'll pick that side up to help compensate and level this out. So I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna dump my spring tension. I'm gonna tighten down my my set screws and dump that guy. And then we'll see kind of where we're at. But you know, like I said, it's just sometimes you run into these kind of jobs. And I think this is a good educational one. That's why I wanted to tackle it. Excuse me. And like I said, we got to play detective on it. Remember the old solid J-bars like I was talking about? Look at that big old chunk of metal. America, man, move some iron. Some iron. Looks like somebody tried greasing it. That's good. Okay, spring's dumped, and it mellowed it out. I don't want to say it's perfect, but like I said, this is why I like these lasers. You know, I don't have to, I just leave it running behind the scenes. It's giving me a picture here. You know, I'm kind of looking at where are we at? We're just a hair we're a hair, we're a fuzz off, and that could have been the problem. So we'll see. Like I said, I kind of want to get it running and see how it performs before I make any crucial adjustments. But like I said, sometimes you gotta play detective. So I lowered my laser a little bit to get closer to this edge. You can see there's a gap, you know, a little bit there, it goes down, and it's right about smack on this one. So definitely could be considered off a little bit, right? But I still have spacing up there in my roller. So I still have give. So I think I'm gonna let it sit, but it ain't pretty. You know, we got light here, we gotta still fix that track. We got this big old, you know, and honestly, if we increase that, that's gonna make that gap bigger. So I'm gonna leave it for right now. I'm gonna get stuff oiled down. I'm gonna get my top brackets fixed. They're not in really the right position. I just put it up there just to get it on the right because somebody had it on the wrong track earlier, obviously. And we'll see what this thing does. It's interesting. It's a crusty. Well, we are alive, you know, which is good, but I got this stinking Amarr bottom. See this piece of jewy piece of junky? This is why I do not, I absolutely despise the Amarr. That don't look good either. And the problem is, I don't know if you can even get this section anymore. You wanted to. But the stinking bottom seal, the stupid clip-in crap. This is exactly why I'm not a fan of that clip-in for Amarr. I'm assuming Amarr does something different now. Let me know in the comments. But golly. You know, I mean, it's like the door's pretty much salvageable, and then he's got this. What are you gonna do? Put a couple screws in there? Put a couple screws in there, I guess. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just don't like stuff like that. I like stuff that's been around for a long time. Another thing, I'm oiling the rollers down, just kind of going through things, and then it's like, where do you oil? You know, where do you oil the Amarr for friction points? You know, on the hinges, right? You got, okay, we do something there, whatever, and then you go to these, and you're like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? Like, where do I oil that? Do I just kind of shoot it up the back side, up the front side a little bit, just kind of sprinkle it in there? Oh, they don't ever have to be oiled, right? Right. Yeah, exactly, right. Like, there's no wear points in there. All right, give me a break. Somebody trying to reinvent the wheel. And if it wasn't, you know, if it wasn't non-insulated, how would you get back there? They used to give you like little weep holes. I gotta go around these tires. They used to give you like little weep holes. I thought they used to put little weep holes in there, like where you drip your little oil. You drip your little oil in there, like a good little doobie. Going in the right route, but I don't know. Let me know what you know about the Amarr doors. Do they make this anymore? Can you even get this model with their pinch resistant stuff? It was every time I installed these over the years, I really despised it. Really despised it. All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see if the Liftmaster. Been sitting for years with the old mechanical limits, is gonna fire up. Anybody got bets? Anybody got any bets? Let's get her plugged in. I'm I'm sure the light don't work. Oh my gosh, the light still works. Did you see that? After sitting for years and years and years, the predecessor is alive. Now, oh, we still even got a little blinky light going on there. All right. We're gonna try the wall button. Photo eyes, let's see what we got here. Photo eye is lit. Nice. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's lit. That's the orange one. Let's check out the green one. I don't know about the green one. It's just either it's not seen or it's not happy. Let's take a look here. Oh, it's got some life. There she goes. She wants to. Perfect. Okay, the green one's working. Perfect. Somebody did the curly cues. That tells me they're a professional. One thing, if you want, what I start doing now too, I think it looks a little better. I put the curly cues back here too a little bit. So if the opener ever has to get moved or you go to replace it with a different one, you got extra wire there if you don't want to rerun your wire or whatever. It's just something a little nicer. All right, let's see. Let's see if the old mechanical limit Liftmaster is gonna work. Ooh, the wall button's not lit though. Oh, it's dead. It's absolutely dead. Oh, why? Is it locked? Would it be locked for some silly reason? Nothing. This wall button feels funny. Huh. All right. Oh. All right. Well, I can't do it because it's not the old style. No, it's not. Somebody's got something jacked up here. Look at that port. That port's empty. Let me fix that. That was easy squeezy. Somebody just had the wires messed around with. So that's back in the right port. 470s are cranked though. Man, those are cranked. But I'm sure the door doesn't move. I don't know. It's hard to say. There might have been more hands in here. But it looks like, yes indeedy, we have light. I'll be there. There she goes. All right. Well, that was me. I stopped it. Let me, why is it freaking out? Well, the reason it should blink is the photo eye, and I hit the button, I thought. Let's go again. Oh, no, something's not happy. But my goodness, look at that thing. It's still working, guys. It's still working. I'll play around with it here a little bit, see if I can get her set. But darn thing, old mechanical limits, man. Those things were, like I said, these were were those primo back in the day. Like I said, I never went back to these. Never. I mean, it'd have to take one hell of a lightning strike to power out one of these. I mean, it'd have to darn near hit the building, darn near come right down the rod and touch the opener. These things were just bulletproof back in the day. I love these things. Man, these things made me a lot of money. I really miss them. So these photo eyes, you know, they can get real tricky on you sometimes, right? So you gotta sometimes you gotta get down on my knees, which I had to do. And I don't think it's blinking, it's just blinking on the camera here, but anywho, it had a little flitter to it, right? So I had to pry it around, give it a little love, and to make it work, somebody's got some bracketry going on there. So it's working though, right? But see, this is what I love, because this communicates with me when I'm here by myself, right? So I'm like, something's going on with the J-bar and stuff. It's a little goofy yet, but it goes down. I'm like, well, why'd it go back up? What happened? Was it a force setting? What was going on here? Oh no. Obviously something crossed the photo eye. You know what I mean? And I pretty much sure I know what it is. It's one of these guys that's crossing it. You know what I mean? Because it's just not out far enough or whatever. But what I'm getting at is that communicated to me. That's why I like the blink. That's why I like those openers. That was the reason why I was a Liftmaster fanboy. Because these were just solid units. They talked to you. They just worked. You know what I mean? So, anywho, think I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna get some more tools and parts. Might come back out another day on it here and see what we can do with her. So not too bad though. Not too bad. Well, to be updated. To be continued. And of course, soon as I was just getting ready to be done, pull the cord on the opener just to lock it down without putting vice grips on it. It does that. And now I got to figure out why did it do that. I think I want to change the pivot point of this. Ooh, that's not pretty. That force setting is being up way too high. This is not. That's not pretty. That is not what you want. Ay, caramba.
And that's all, folks.